Today, we are counting down the biggest unsolved money heists in history. And trust me, number 8 will make you question everything you know about crime. 1. Plymouth Mail Truck Robbery, USA, 1962. In August 1962, two men disguised as police officers stopped a U.S. mail truck on a highway in Massachusetts. They tied up the driver and guard, hijacked the truck, and disappeared with about $1.5 million in cash. That money would be worth more than $15 million today. Investigators later accused several suspects, but most were acquitted. One suspect vanished before trial. The money was never recovered. More than 60 years later, no one knows where the cash went. It was one of the earliest heists that proved something scary. You do not need magic to make millions disappear. 2. Wells Fargo Depot Robbery, USA, 1983. In 1983, criminals targeted a cash facility linked to Wells Fargo in the United States. More than $20 million vanished from the depot in a carefully planned operation. The crime shocked authorities because there were no dramatic shootouts, no clear suspects, and very few clues. Despite years of investigation, most of the stolen money was never recovered, and the full network behind the robbery was never exposed. It was one of the first modern heists that looked less like a robbery and more like an inside operation. 3. Guard World Cash Depot Heist, Canada, 2024. In March 2024, one of the most shocking modern heists happened at a Guard World Cash Depot. Criminals exploited security gaps and insider access to steal an estimated $31 million from the armored cash facility. Unlike traditional robberies, there were no dramatic shootouts or explosions. The operation was silent, calculated, and professional. Authorities launched an intense investigation, but by 2026, a large portion of the money remained unrecovered, and key suspects were still unidentified. What makes this case terrifying is the message it sends. Even the most secure cash facilities can be vulnerable from the inside. 4. Northern Bank Robbery, Northern Ireland, 2004. In December 2004, armed criminals kidnapped the families of bank employees. Under pressure, the employees were forced to help the gang steal about £26.5 million from Northern Bank in Belfast. That is roughly tens of millions of dollars. Authorities strongly suspected the Irish Republican Army, but no one was ever convicted for the actual robbery. Even today, the money has never been fully traced. What makes this heist terrifying is not just the money, but the psychological warfare. No guns in the bank, no explosions, just fear and perfect timing. 5. Banco Central Heist, Brazil, 2005. This is one of the smartest heists in history. In Brazil, criminals rented a building and pretended to run a fake company. But underground, they were digging a tunnel. After months of secret digging, they broke into the central bank vault and stole nearly $68 million in cash. Some suspects were arrested later, but a large portion of the money was never recovered. To this day, nobody knows how much of the loot is still hidden somewhere in Brazil. This was not just a robbery. It was engineering, patience, and deception combined. 6. British Bank of the Middle East Heist, Lebanon, 1976. During the chaos of the Lebanese Civil War, criminals targeted a bank in Beirut. They blew through a wall connected to a church and opened safe deposit boxes with professional locksmiths. They escaped with gold, jewels, and cash worth between $20 and $50 million, possibly much more. No one was ever officially charged. Some reports claimed political groups were involved, but nothing was proven. In the middle of war, the perfect crime happened, and the treasure vanished into history. 7. Dar es Salaam Investment Bank Heist, Iraq, 2007. In 2007, during Iraq's civil conflict, something unbelievable happened. More than $282 million in cash disappeared from the Dar es Salaam investment bank in Baghdad. The shocking part? It was likely an inside job involving security guards. Because of the chaos of war, investigations collapsed. No one was ever charged. Experts still ask one strange question. Why did a relatively small bank have hundreds of millions of dollars in cash? To this day, the answer is unknown. 8. Central Bank of Iraq Heist, 2003. In March 2003, just before the invasion of Iraq, a handwritten note allegedly signed by Saddam Hussein ordered the withdrawal of massive amounts of money. Nearly $900 million in cash was taken from the central bank vaults. Some reports estimate the total value at over $1 billion when combined with other currencies. Much of the money was never recovered. Was it a robbery? Was it a political operation? Or was it the biggest state-sponsored heist in history? The truth remains blurred. If you enjoyed this deep dive into real-life mysteries, subscribe for more unbelievable stories the world tried to forget.